Hi, welcome back everyone. So good to see all of you kids here. I know again, thank you for joining. I'm Stephanie from C3 Calgary West. I know Britt is here. Britt? Hi, Britt.
Hi, Steph.
What you got there?
I love snacks so much.
I see that you do love snacks.
Do you want some chips?
Oh, thanks. Awesome. I like chips. This is great. Thanks. Oh, you know what? That's okay, Britt. I don't need chocolate. Chips are great. I love chips. Thank you.
I only have one, but Steph, you're my friend. I want you to have it.
No, that's okay, Britt. Seriously. Thank you.
It's all yours.
One chocolate bar and you're giving it to me?
Of course.
You know what, Britt? This reminds me of a story.
What story does this remind you of?
This reminds me of a story in Mark chapter 12. In verse 41, it says this: Jesus sat down opposite the place where the offerings were put and watched the crowd putting their money into the temple treasury. Many rich people threw in large amounts, but a poor widow came and put in 2 very small copper coins, worth only a few cents. Calling his disciples to him, Jesus said, "Truly, I tell you, this poor widow has put more into the treasury than all the others. They gave out of their wealth, but she, out of her poverty, put in everything, all that she had to live on." And so, Britt, I mean, you had 2 bags of chips, and that's very generous anyways. That's awesome for you to share, but you only had 1 chocolate bar. And really, you didn't have to share it, but you decided to do it. And it's that heart attitude that is about this woman and her 2 mites, her 2 coins. It's the same heart behind this story. I know.
This kind of reminds me of another story. The one of King David about, do you remember that one?
I think I might need you to remind me.
Of course, with the altar and the land. Well,
Okay.
in Samuel 24, verse 22, it says, "Arna said to David, 'Take anything you wish, offer it up. Here are the oxen for the burnt offering. Here are the threshing sleds, and here are wooden collars from the necks of the oxen. Use all the wood to burn the offering. Your Majesty, I'll give it all to you." Arna continued, "And may the Lord your God accept you."
That's amazing. So David had an opportunity here. I do remember that. Thank you for jogging in my memory.
Of course.
David had an opportunity to receive this free land from this man to build his altar. But David's response was, "No, I will not offer the Lord anything that cost me nothing." In fact, he paid full price for that land. I remember this. And that's amazing because it's not about the money. It's the heart attitude that David loved and honored God so much. And that relationship was so important to David that he was like, I can't give him my sloppy seconds. I can't just give him, it's like a coupon. It's like, I'm not going to give God a coupon that, whatever. I want to give him the best. I want to make sure it costs me something because I want to always be offering to God. I want to give him something that means something. And Britt, when you gave me that chocolate bar, I know how much you like chocolate.
I love chocolate.
I know. So that really touched me because I thought, thank you, Britt. Like that heart of generosity and that token of friendship that you would just give that to me when you only had 1, just like the woman with the 2 mites who had nothing but put it all for God, versus like these millionaires probably. In today's time, it would be like these millionaires that would come, and if they put like 10,000 on the plate or even 100,000, which was to them probably not a big deal, that woman, her offering, her sacrifice was worth more than bazillionaires coming to like lay down Ferraris or big giant mansions or anything like that. So I think that's amazing. So guys, when we think of God, are we giving him our all? Are we kind of giving God our seconds? Which, God has grace for that. But, because I'm tired sometimes. When I wake up in the morning, it's really hard sometimes to, get all bushy-tailed and get ready to open my Bible and get excited about it because I'm tired. But I have to remember, I do want to give God my all. So then I refocus and I'm like, no, God, okay, I'm here. I'm present. I want to engage with you. I want to hear from you. And it's not about the time. So God doesn't want me to wake up at like 5 in the morning and spend like 3 hours with him. It's not about the time. It's about me wanting to spend time with him and making that effort. And whatever that looks like, that's beautiful to God. So in everything that you guys do, just remember, let's do it as though it's not for man at all, but it's always for God. Whether that's your schoolwork, whether that's your chores around the house, whether it's how you play with your siblings, whether how you interact with your friends, and how we share. It's not for people so much as it is our heart towards God and wanting to please God and wanting him and wanting to just show God to others as well. So in all that you do, guys, give God all bless you guys. Have an amazing week.
Bye.